Hello and welcome back to girltriesgames. We're playing Myst. In the last video we were in Channelwood age, and we explored and we found both the blue and red pages, but we decided to bring back the blue page first. Since we brought two red pages back first in the first two ages, the last two ages we will bring the blue page back first. But this is the last blue page, so let's see what happens. Alright, let's see.
Hello, I'm Akana. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. Slowly, brother! Hated him! And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar. He deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Alright, so we got a lot of information there. Aknar told us that Cirrus murdered their father and destroyed all the ages of Myst except for the 4 that we just visited. Yeah, and he said there's 1 more page in the fireplace if we put in the right code to bring back to him to release him. But I still don't know if I trust him fully. His story seems full of holes. I don't know. So I'm gonna go get the red page from Channelwood and hear what Cirrus's side is. So let's go back to Channelwood and check it out. Okay, so the elevator on the tree is back down, so we're gonna have to raise it back up again so we can get in. Okay, our fire's still on. Let's turn it up. Okay, the elevator's raising. Okay, we gotta make sure it raises high enough so that we have time to come out while it's coming down. Okay, that should be high enough. Let's go turn the heat down so that the pressure will lower it. Okay, and hopefully it didn't pass already. Oops. It's up there. I think I need to lower it more. Didn't lower it enough. But we don't want it to go too fast because then we'll miss it. Here it comes. Oh no, don't miss it! Ooh, that was close. Controls got messed up for a second, as usual, at an imperative time. Okay, so let's head back to Channelwood and get the red page and hear what Cirrus has to say. Okay, so where did we land? Let's head back to the stairway so that we can get up to the 3rd level. We're gonna have to switch this gauge again so that we can power that elevator that will take us to the 3rd floor, or the 3rd level, and back up the dizzy stairs. Dizzy stairs. Why are you so dizzy? See, in the original game, you didn't move like this 3D way. It was more of like a, you know, you click forward, you move forward. Click forward, you move forward. Click to the left, you move forward. To the left, you know. So, this real Myst is quite different in that sense. But the story is the same. But I like this new real Myst. It makes it more modern and more cool. It just is a lot cooler. The textures look way better. Okay, so here we are back at Cirrus's room. Let's collect his page and hear what he has to say. Where was it? Was it in this drawer? Yes, it was. Okay, so Akinar planted some suspicion of Cirrus in our heads. Cirrus was greedy and wanted to be king. If we could tell anything from the way he speaks and the way all his rooms are, he does seem like he greatly values wealth and fancy riches and things like that. But if we look at Akinar's room, all his rooms and the way he acts, he seems a little insane, and he also seems a little barbaric. I mean, he's the one who always has a bunch of weapons in his room. Weapons and skulls. There was a skull, there was a torture electrical cage in one of his rooms. But Cirrus also is the one that has the daggers and the poisons and all the sneaky ways to kill people. So, I don't really trust either of them yet. But we'll see what Cirrus has to say. Maybe he'll change our mind. Okay, so I'm going to switch this back to the elevator. That will take us to the linking book back to Myst. I don't believe we have to change any of the other switches because we haven't changed any. They should be the same. Here's our little bridge we rose. There's our elevator off in the distance. Who do you guys trust most? I don't trust either of them yet. They both seem sketchy to me. They both have holes in their stories. But we'll see. We'll see what Cirrus says. I think I will record all versions of the ending of this game, though, so you guys can see what you would have chose. Alright, let's link back to Myst and hear what Cirrus has to say. Okay, back in the library. And here we are. Alright, Cirrus, you better have a good argument against your brother, because we don't really trust you either.
Finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Achenar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here, in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Achenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
All right. So he gave us pretty much the same information that Aknor did, except instead of Cirrus being the one that's guilty, Aknor is the one that's guilty. So who knows who's telling the truth? I don't. Do you? Okay, so they both told us to check the bookshelf. The last book in the middle shelf is mostly burned, and it has patterns in it. And they both told us to go to 158. So let's flip through this burnt book and check out what 158 looks like. There's also one other thing we haven't done, which was follow the directions for the torn note that we found in 2 of the ages, talking about the vault with the marker switches. So we'll copy down 158 here, and then we'll go check on the vault before we do anything else. And this is going to take a while to flip to 158. Okay, here we are at 158. So let's copy this pattern down. So let's see. It's a grid of 8 by 6. Okay, you guys should be writing this down, unless you have a photographic memory. Okay, well, I'm writing it down, luckily for you. This is very complex. And we did check out the fireplace before, if you recall. We walked in there and we saw that you could put little squares in the metal door, which looks like that's what we're supposed to do with this pattern. Okay, I got it down. I hope you guys got a good look at it. Okay, so let's put this book away. And now, like I said, we're going to go check on that vault. We already have all the marker switches on, and the note told us just to switch the one on the dock to off. So let's do that and see what we have here. Ah, what is this? It's a white page that we're just carrying around with us, that we don't know what it does yet. Okay, so that's a mystery. We might find out later. Okay, so let's go back to the fireplace and put this code in that we've discovered in the book. Here we are in the fireplace. We press the red button to lower the door. And now we put in the pattern that we copied down from the book that the 2 brothers both told us to copy. Oops. Oops. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm doing it kind of disorganized. Does that look right to you? Alright, we'll see. Let's check it out. Ah. Okay, so we've turned around. Okay, so here we have the last of the pages plus the green book that they warned us not to touch. So I'm going to end this video here, and I will record the different ways to end the game. So stay tuned for the next video. You can choose whichever way you would have gone to see how it turns out. So thanks for watching.